Hi and welcome back. In this short video I'm going to show you my workflow of editing a 360 photo for my tiny planets. So I've already taken the photograph and I'm going to do the editing first in Theta Plus. So the photo I'm going to grab is this one here that I took at the beach yesterday. So first off, you've got either mirror ball or you could go for a tiny planet. This one I'm actually going to do as a mirror ball, and I'm going to have the pelicans off to the right and myself off to the left. So quickly looking at that, that's about the perspective that I want. So click next. I'm not going to bother about the different filters that they're using in this app. And I'm actually going to do all of that in my go-to app, which is Snapseed. So the first thing I'm going into is tools, and I'm going to tune the image. This is a global tune image, and I can change, brightness, contrast, saturation, right through to warmth. But before I do that, I want to actually get rid of the Ricoh Theta camera. So I'll go into tools and I'll go into healing. Now, my tool is quite large, it's quite a big circle there, and generally with a dab rather than a swipe, you can get reasonably good control. You can sort of see that that's looking relatively normal. I'm going to click on OK with that. So I've got rid of that with the healing tool. Now I'm going to go into the tune image. First thing I go into is my saturation, and give it a good saturation there. And just literally playing around with the settings, sometimes going to the left to drop the shadows or increase the shadows or reduce the shadows. Warmth, contrast is always good, with brightness. Now I'm still unhappy with the trees and myself. We look a little bit dark there. So in this I'm actually going to bring up the selective tool, and I put on this. Now with my with the pinching movement, I'm actually going to reduce that down, and you can see the area of control that I have. So I just want it with myself and the trees. That's pretty good. And now, like before, I'm bringing that up. I can play around with the saturation on that, a bit with the structure. If I'm happy with that, click on the plus sign or the tick sign. I can go in, have a bit of a look. Looks good, bit of a handsome devil. There's my pelicans. All right. There are other tools that we can do with brush. So for example, I might want to, I'll just cancel there, tools, and when I go into brush, I've got dodge, burn, exposure, temperature, saturation. So you can, if you find something's a little bit underexposed or overexposed, you can play around with that, and also with saturation. But in this case, I don't think so. I'm pretty happy with that shot. So once I've completed that, I can then go into done. Then it applies all of those, and then I can finish. Now, let's click on OK. What has happened now is that will be in my photo section. Okay, so I can get that up, and then if I go into my Instagram, I can then, I'll just change channels. Then I can click on my plus. There's my new shot. That's the one that we've just edited with the pelicans there, and we could select that. And there we go. And that's how the workflow that I use with the Ricoh Theta Plus app and also the Snapseed. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget, please subscribe.